Hello students, after seeing the element, now let's we talk about the compound. So we'll get to know the difference between element and compound. So a compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. So if the definition has been not clear, then we can make it clear by taking one example. So let's we take the example of water, right? So this is the formula of water, H2O, right? So a compound is a substance composed of two or more elements. So here you can see water is composed of two elements. One is hydrogen and one is oxygen, chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. So in a fixed proportion means what? Here there will be a 2 molecule of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. Then only it can be considered as water. But suppose if there is a 2 molecule of hydrogen and 2 molecule of water, then the fixed proportion has been changed. So it cannot be considered as a water, but it can be considered as a hydrogen peroxide, right? So as per the definition of compound, we can say a compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. So they are combined in a fixed proportion, that is 2 molecule of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen, and they are chemically combined. Now what is the meaning of that? That we are going to understand. So what do we get when two or more elements are combined, right? So what do we get? So for that, here one activity you have given in your textbook, but this would be quite difficult. So let me give you one easy example or activity. So that easy example or activity we can talk about is water. Water having a formula is H2O. It means hydrogen, that is the atom, 2 atom of hydrogen will going to react with 1 atom of oxygen and it will form water, that is the H2O. Now when they are going to chemically combine with each other, their individual property will going to be changed. Like suppose hydrogen is a lightest gas we can consider, and oxygen is a supporter of combustion, right? So when both are individual, they are possessing different property. Like hydrogen gas is lighter gas and oxygen is what we can say supporter of combustion. So both are having their individual property. But when they are both combined chemically with each other, they are forming H2O, and we all know H2O possesses totally different property than hydrogen and oxygen. H2O is not in the form of gas first of all, right? It is mainly in the form of liquid, while the hydrogen and oxygen are in the form of gas. Then second is H2O, that is the water, can be used as a fire extinguisher, while oxygen individually it is a supporter of combustion, right? So it means after chemically combined with each other, they will lose their individual property and they will show the property of whole compound. Then it can be considered as the compound, right? Otherwise you will get confused between the compound and mixture, because in the case of mixture, the individual atom or element will not lose their property. Like if we are going to talk about the air, then air can be considered as the mixture of gases, because in air oxygen will be there, hydrogen will be there, carbon dioxide will be there, nitrogen will be there. All the gases are present in the air, but they are not chemically combined with each other and they are not losing their individual property. Oxygen showing their individual property in the atmosphere, carbon dioxide also showing their individual property in the nature or in the air. So they can be considered as a mixture. So we can say that air can be considered as a mixture while water can be considered as a compound, right? So hope so it's having a clear difference between mixture and compound, right? Or also element and compound. There must be a clear difference now.